And this is just the beginning. I'm pleased to announce today we have 6 additional supporters: Autodesk, Burton, Eastern Bank, Lush, Method, Novellus, and one of the nation's most iconic manufacturers, General Motors. All these companies understand that tackling climate change is critical to a vibrant 21st century economy. I'm sure that most of you in this room agree, and I hope that you will all consider signing the declaration. If you're open to that, please approach the series staff while you're here, and we will make that possible for you. So what I've shared are a few pieces of Ceres' expansive body of work that's moving levers of power to create system-wide, economy-wide changes in our capital markets. Of course, none of this would be possible without the Ceres family. These are the investors, the issue experts, and the NGOs who really form the backbone of Ceres, and many of them are here today. They serve on the Ceres company stakeholder teams and on the various industry dialogue groups. And today I'm excited to share with you that we have some new coalition members. These are Earth Economics, Evangelical Lutheran Church of America, the World Resources Institute, and the American Council for an Energy Efficient Economy. Thank you all for joining us. Over the next couple of days, you'll have the chance to meet and talk with a lot of the coalition members as they share their expertise through the various plenary and workshop discussions. And today at lunch, coalition members will be leading discussions at each of your tables. I'm sure that over the next couple of days you're going to find the conference program is truly remarkable for its quality and its quantity. The subject matter touches on virtually every significant sustainability challenge, from resilient supply chains and clean energy to the Western water crisis and the value of ESG data for investors. But most importantly, it would be difficult to find a greater concentration of creative minds than we have here today, all working toward a more sustainable global economy. So once again, thank you so much for being here and for your support and leadership. I'd like now to introduce 2 individuals who are both very close partners with Ceres and working actively on innovative solutions to address a wide range of sustainability challenges. Sally Osberg is President and CEO of the Skoll Foundation, named one of the Millennium 100 for her role in shaping and leading Silicon Valley. She's a change agent and a champion of innovators working to solve the world's most pressing problems. She has been a wonderful partner of Ceres for many years, and we're very honored and privileged to work with her. Sally will be joining our next featured speaker for a discussion in a few minutes. And at this time, I'd like to invite Dan Hesse, CEO of Sprint, to the stage. Dan has been named Most Influential Person in Mobile Technology by Laptop Magazine, Wireless Industry Person of the Year by RCR Magazine, Executive of the Year by Wireless Business and Technology Magazine, and one of the 5 best turnaround CEOs of all time by Fierce Wireless. He was appointed by President Obama to the National Security Telecommunications Advisory Committee and also serves on the National Board of Governors of the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Please join me in welcoming Dan Hesse.
It's good to be here. Thank you, Ann, for that very nice introduction. And thank you, Mindy, for inviting me to be here today, and also for your ongoing involvement in helping Sprint in terms of our external shareholder or stakeholder panel. Your unbiased feedback and your expertise are helping Sprint to become a more effective leader in sustainability. Today, Sprint's operating priorities are balanced between economic ones and our company's impact on people, products, and the planet. But Henry David Thoreau asked, what's the use of having a fine house if you don't have a tolerable planet to put it on? Through our partnership with Ceres, we're engaging stakeholders such as NGOs, investors, business partners, and academia to inform our decisions. Sprint's entire leadership team met with our stakeholder panel about a year ago to help us identify opportunities to further our sustainability efforts. There's perhaps no industry in the world today that has a more profound impact on change than the wireless industry. Today, the U.S. has 314 million people, yet 328 million cell phones. We study trends in our business. Dan Quayle once said, "We are on an irreversible trend toward more freedom and democracy, but that could change." By next year, the number of mobile subscribers in the world is expected to exceed the world's population, which will be 7 billion. It's predicted that by 2017, 10 exabytes of data per month will travel across mobile networks. And to put 10 exabytes in context, every word ever uttered by a human being in the history of this planet comes up to about 5 exabytes. Wireless-based solutions have already improved how we provide healthcare, educate our children, drive our vehicles, bank, shop, and pay for services. The Red Cross, working with carriers and vendors, have launched a program to deliver warnings on disease outbreaks, floods, fires, and other things to the citizens of Sierra Leone via text messaging. And the Red Cross has a similar system working in Haiti. In addition, GPS helps them focus their efforts by showing where the greatest concentration of affected people reside. One of the most promising innovations in wireless is machine-to-machine, what we call M2M. And what machine-to-machine is are devices either connecting a wireless device directly to the internet or connecting to another wireless device, no humans required. An estimated 100 million M2M devices are in service today, and it's expected to grow to 2.1 billion in the next 10 years. And by 2020, M2M is expected to be $1 trillion market. One example of how M2M is improving sustainability is transportation. Today, only about 11% of cars are connected, and the expectation is that by 2017, that figure will be 80%. Connected vehicles go far beyond GPS, which is helpful in that it helps vehicles go more effectively between point A and point B, which saves fuel. But think of the time, the gasoline, all of that wasted while you're looking for a parking spot, sitting in traffic congestion, waiting at a stoplight when there are no cars going in the other direction. New connected car solutions promise to solve these headaches by linking the navigation system to apps that can identify nearby parking spaces and make dynamic adjustments to boost a car's fuel efficiency. And related M2M solutions could also connect traffic lights so that they're regulated based upon traffic patterns. For businesses, M2M solutions can improve fleet management, improve driver safety, and route optimization, which saves fuel. For healthcare, mobile's promise goes far beyond remote monitoring of home health patients. Last summer, the FDA granted approval to a mobile solution that integrates an app on a smartphone, a skin patch, and a wireless chip smaller than a grain of sand that goes inside a pill you take. You take the pill, and the wireless chip interacts with your body's chemistry. It sends a voltage based upon that interaction to the patch on your skin, which then communicates to the app on your phone, which tells the doctor how well the medicine is working. It sounds like something out of that movie. I'm probably dating myself, Fantastic Voyage, many years ago. Wireless innovation is helping to combat distracted driving as well. The statistics indicate that you're 23 times more likely to be in an accident if you're texting while driving than if you're not. Not surprising. A phone with the Sprint Drive First app traveling more than 10 miles an hour automatically shuts off. If you're driving, you're not going to receive any calls, no texts, and the caller or texter receives a message that the driver is, or the person is currently driving, and then the caller, if you will, or I'm sorry, the call party, the driver, can then retrieve the messages and return that text or return that call when they're finished driving. Other innovative solutions improve accessibility to empower people with disabilities. This is an area that we focus a lot on at Sprint. Sprint's the nation's premier provider of telecommunications relay services, which helps the hard of hearing. We're the official relay service provider in 30 states and to the federal government. And just very recently, since we hit a milestone, since 1990 we have completed over 2 billion relay minutes. We offer multiple wireless applications in one package through an offer we call Sprint ID. And we have a number of packs based upon your interest. One is an accessibility pack, which meets the needs of the deaf and hard of hearing communities, or improve the ability of people with visual or cognitive challenges. And it helps them communicate and access information. I think improve their quality of life. For these and other efforts, Sprint was very recently awarded the 2013 Disability Matters Marketplace Award. We're also mindful of the e-waste that our industry creates. Sprint's electronic stewardship program employs a full life cycle approach, from how we buy and sell electronics to how we manage them through the end of life. In 2009, Sprint was the first wireless carrier to offer a feature-rich wireless phone, the Samsung Recline. We led the wireless industry into sustainability products by partnering with Underwriters Laboratory Environment, ULE, and others to develop the first environmental standards for wireless devices. The ULE standards cover materials, energy consumption, end-of-life management, and packaging. And we currently carry 47 ULE certified devices, and 14 of them carry the very highest rating. It's called ULE Platinum, the most of any carrier. Sprint's collected 47 million devices for use in recycling, nearly 7.5 phones every minute. We were the first major U.S. wireless provider to launch a buyback program that offers an instant in-store credit of up to $300 for any eligible device, even those from other carriers. And in each of the last 2 years, Sprint's buyback program was rated the industry's best. Our device take-back programs, they're also smart business. Rather than buying expensive new devices, these can be refurbished, remanufactured, and offered to our customers as pre-owned certified devices. A key aspect of reducing our company's impact on the environment is reducing our energy consumption. And Sprint was the first U.S. telecom company to publicly announce an absolute greenhouse gas emission reduction goal of 20% by 2017. Approximately 85% of the energy we use comes from operating our networks. And through an innovative program that we call Network Vision, we're consolidating multiple networks into one, which is going to significantly reduce that carbon footprint. On June 3rd, the World Wildlife Foundation's Carbon Disclosure Project will release the 3% Solution, a report that shows how U.S. companies can realize hundreds of billions in cost savings by boosting energy efficiency measures and transitioning to low-carbon energy sources. At Sprint, building automation systems are already reducing our energy usage by an average of 13%. And we're also expanding the use of LEDs, changing our cooling systems using free air cooling and reflective roofing. Today, the Environmental Investment Organization, EIO, was just today. The Climate Change and Think Tank, which is located in the UK, announced the results of the North America 300 and the Global 800 carbon rankings. I am pleased to report that Sprint ranked third out of the 300 largest companies in North America and 13th globally out of the Global 800. I'm having a hard time reading this. See, the problem with being tall is there's a light so that you can read, but I'm so tall I block it. So I'm having a hard time. This seems to happen today. I wrote it really small around my nose. Anyway, I have more there, but I can't read it. Our paper reduction efforts have resulted in an estimated savings of more than 64 million since 2007. And we've saved an estimated 700 tons of paper in just over a year with a unique eco-envelope, which allows our customers to both receive and remit their payments in the same reusable envelope. But we also very strongly encourage e-billing. Since 2008, we reduced our device packaging volume by 60%. You'll notice the boxes that you get phones in are smaller than they used to be. They're made of 100% post-consumer recycled paper. They're printed with soy-based inks, and they're 100% recyclable. This equates to saving 68 million water bottles. More of these smaller packages fit on planes and trucks, decreasing our transportation costs. And next week, we're going to release a white paper, which I hope that you won't print and that you'll read it electronically, on our packaging improvements, which we hope will serve as a blueprint for others. Through our continued collaboration with partners like Ceres and the World Wildlife Fund, government agencies like the EPA, app developers, and our suppliers, we continue to uncover opportunities and innovations, but plenty of challenges still remain. For example, we're seeing cost savings, we're seeing improved employee morale and engagement, we're seeing positive effects on our brand image, which gives us results we believe will work for a long period of time. But the question is, when is green going to begin having an impact on consumer purchase decisions? What we're finding is that consumers are buying green devices because they're good devices, not because they're green. And when will investors, for the previous comment, factor long-range activities into a company's value? I've been on more than 20 earnings calls since being each quarter, since being the CEO of Sprint, and not one investor on any call has ever asked or commented about our sustainability efforts. We're elevated purely on shareholder return, not on stakeholder return. Socially responsible investors, they need to be long-term, but the short-term investors, because they trade often, are the ones that really drive the stock price. The stock price is the measure of the company's performance. So it is the short-term investors that truly drive, if you will, the volatility of share prices and have more impact on the way a company is viewed. Their time horizon is shorter, so they're not in the stock long enough to see the long-term benefits of the kind of investments that we're making in sustainability. So our plan this year is to reach out to socially responsible investment firms in hopes that we can interest them in joining our investor base and perhaps beginning to change the dialogue that we have with Wall Street. Winston Churchill made an observation. He has all of the virtues that I dislike, but none of the vices I admire. Well, I'm proud to be among a bunch of do-gooders here that probably have very few vices. Woody Allen quipped, there are two kinds of people, good and bad. The good sleep better at night, but the bad seem to enjoy the waking hours more. Tell me that everybody here is well rested. Well, we at Sprint, we have an awful lot to do. We're working hard, but we're just at the beginning of a journey. And so we very much appreciate your advice. support and your partnership as we all work together to make the earth a better home. Thank you.
True. Real true.